Superfood Evolution presents Chinese cinnamon bark and cinnamon twig. What's the difference between Chinese cinnamon and common cinnamon spice? Most people are familiar with cinnamon as a culinary spice or natural flavoring, but a variety that is less familiar here in the West is the one known as Chinese cinnamon. This is the specific type of cinnamon referred to as Chinese cinnamon or Rou Gui in Chinese herbalism. It is commonly found in thick, bark-like pieces rather than the typical cinnamon stick or rolled-up quill. The other Chinese variety is called cinnamon twig or Gui Zhi, which is derived from the twig branches of the cinnamon tree as opposed to the trunk itself. While both versions come from the same genus Cinnamomum as other types of cinnamon, they are the main ones primarily utilized for their tonifying qualities. Subsequently, they are frequently classified alongside some of the top major tonic herbs in the Chinese herbal system. Rou Gui cinnamon, like all types of cinnamon, comes from the stripped bark layers of cinnamon trees. This one is commonly derived from the Cinnamomum cassia species native to China. It is not related to Rou Gui tea, a type of oolong, presumably named so for its cinnamon-like taste accents. Although it comes from the same or similar species utilized to make the cinnamon powder found in most kitchen spice racks, there are some differences between Chinese cinnamon and the standard spice many know as cinnamon. Chinese cinnamon bark versus common cinnamon spice. The Chinese cinnamon used as a tonic herb is very thick, more like actual bark, because it is harvested when older or more mature. In contrast, the average cassia cinnamon spice is taken exclusively from the thin inner bark layers that are much younger in age and therefore tend to roll up into hard, stick-like pieces or quills. Chinese cinnamon is a thicker, dense yet flexible material and doesn't roll up as tightly. It is usually available in large woody strips as well as loosely rolled up tubular pieces depending on the source. Chinese cinnamon is in fact graded on thickness of the bark, which is an indication of age. The older, the better, and often more expensive. Premium grades can be 1/4 of an inch thick or more. You will usually notice that the Chinese barks also have the exterior cortex layer as well as the inner bark portion. Perhaps this is to help preserve the constituents. Some Chinese cinnamon, like the rare An Non cinnamon or Vietnamese Rou Gui, is highly revered for its exceptional quality. On average, it is usually more expensive than common cassia cinnamon or Ceylon cinnamon types. While these popular culinary cinnamons are well known for their health-enhancing potential and can be substituted in a pinch, Chinese varieties are believed to offer different therapeutic properties. Two main types of Chinese cinnamon: cinnamon bark and cinnamon twig. Rou Gui, Chinese cinnamon bark uses. Rou Gui, also called Gui Pi, is a valued yang tonic in Chinese herbalism. It is especially utilized for its warming influence as a kidney yang herb. Also described as an herb that warms the deep interior, it is famed for its ability to counteract cold energies affecting the internal organs like the kidneys. It is viewed to be particularly beneficial for the elderly. Likewise, it is valued for alleviating joint pain or weaknesses that are exacerbated by exposure to extreme winter climates. In some research on this variety, results identified that sesquiterpenoids might be the active compounds providing usefulness for kidney-related conditions like diabetic neuropathy. Chinese cinnamon is also considered useful for the heart, liver, and spleen organ systems. It is known for its hot qualities and sweet, pungent taste that promotes good circulation and movement of energy stagnation, allowing qi to freely circulate. The characteristic flavor and fragrance of cinnamon comes from one of the main essential oils found in the bark called cinnamaldehyde. This is one of the primary active components responsible for many of its actions as a circulatory aid, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial agent. While Chinese cinnamon bark can be used on its own as a hot tea, it is traditionally integrated into tonic formulations which contain other primary herbal substances. It is often used as an adjunctive activating herb to stimulate the actions of other herbs and tonics incorporated. As a yang tonic, it is known to invigorate Jing essence and utilized for its rejuvenating qualities to the reproductive system. Its warming attributes are likewise considered a mild sexual aphrodisiac. In addition, it can be used in herbal preparations to help activate other libido-supporting herbs and adaptogens. As mentioned, its yang's fortifying energy and heating influence on the kidneys and spleen helps to expel cold, damp conditions. This property also simultaneously promotes movement of the blood and qi. It is therefore frequently used with other herbs that assist as blood and qi tonics, such as dong quai, rehmannia, and peony. Gui Zhi, cinnamon twig, and its uses. Gui Zhi is usually available in thin slices or thick pieces, sourced from small branches of the tree. In contrast to Rou Gui or cinnamon bark, which is thought to be hotter as well as heavier and more protective, cinnamon twig is described as lighter and outward spreading, like the tree branches themselves. Cinnamon twig, or cassia twig, is also a very common ingredient in tonic herbal blends and classic Chinese formulations, such as Gui Zhi Fu Ling Wan and Gui Zhi Tong. Likewise, it is widely used with poria, as in the dragon herbs formula Unlock, to improve circulation of the pelvic region, decrease female menstrual tension, as well as provide prostate support to men. Classified under the Latin name Romulus cinnamomum, this variety is more specific for the heart, lung, and urinary bladder systems. Gui Zhi has similar lifting properties to that of Rou Gui and is also utilized for its warming effects and moving yang qi. It is used to open the chest and limbs, as well as relax tension in the shoulders and neck. In 2017 reports published in the journal Neural Regeneration Research, Gui Zhi was shown to be potentially effective for alleviating neuroinflammation. For a list of other Chinese cinnamon folk uses, visit the link above. How to use. Chinese cinnamon bark and cinnamon twig is used in teas, or as mentioned, is commercially added to preparations as an herbal supplement. When using the whole bark or twig slices in home brews and tonic tea formulations, they are not usually decocted, simmered for long periods of time. Rather, they are added at the end and usually never simmered beyond a few minutes. It typically takes very little cinnamon in comparison to other herbs used in the overall formulation to be effective. Because of cassia cinnamon's coumarin content, high-dose amounts should be avoided on a frequent basis. While you might enjoy experimenting with your own personalized herbal preparations, like tinctures or tonic teas using either Chinese cinnamon twig or bark, it might also be appropriate to seek the advice of a qualified tonic herbalist for additional assistance. This will allow the practitioner to tailor the most ideal formula and blend of herbs that can work to balance specific deficiencies and/or activate energies where needed. Precautions. Because of its very heating quality, Chinese cinnamon varieties should be used with caution by those with hot constitutions or high blood pressure. It should be avoided during pregnancy. Consult your healthcare provider before intake if nursing, taking prescribed medications, or if you have a serious medical condition. Thanks for watching! For in-depth info as well as the best quality sources of Chinese cinnamon we know of, be sure and check out the links in the description box below this video. Please support us by giving this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. And be sure and check out these other informational videos.